What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here of Chillin' with Kenny C right here on TMVCafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. Join with my next guest of today's show. He's got a banger. It's called Get Your Wiggle On. Kick out the year with that, actually. I think it came out in January. He's making noise. He's from Georgia. He's a recording artist. He's a producer, musician. He goes by the name of Jake Carter. He's with me right now. How's it going?
Man, it's going good, man. I appreciate the kind words very much, man. Thank you for having me.
Very excited to have you on. And best believe we're gonna talk about this song.
All right. I got you,
We,
man.
we will we will we will dive in on that track because it has been making a lot of noise. It's
Sounds
been
good
getting
to
a
me.
lot of attention. We'll get to that in just a bit. But first things first, man, talk about how you got starting into music.
Man, so I'm actually originally I've been in Georgia for about 3 years now, but I'm originally from upstate New York, a small town called Red Hook, about 100 miles north of New York City. And I've been in the Atlanta, Georgia area for about 3 years now. But I come from a musical household. Both my parents were musicians. I grew up on traditional blues music and had a lot of old blues records in my house, and I always had a passion for that at a real young age. Harmonica might not have been the first instrument I play, but I tell everyone that's my first instrument, my favorite instrument, and I play a couple other instruments as well. And so I tell people I've been playing my whole life, but I've been doing the artist thing for about three years or so now. So that's it.
Okay, so originally from New York, the Red Hook. Um, I'm, I'm familiar with that area because I'm a wrestling fan, and there's a wrestler that came from that area named Taz. He's from the Red Hook district. That's why I was very intrigued with Red Hook.
Interesting. It might be Red Hook,
Yeah,
Brooklyn, which is actually I'm not from New York City. There's a neighborhood in Brooklyn called Red Hook,
yeah,
and it's different. I'm from a small town 2 hours away from that called Red Hook. So
yeah,
it could be either one of those, but
yeah,
that's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
yeah. It's definitely right up there for sure.
Okay.
So I got to hear some of your songs other than Get Your Wig On. You definitely are diversified musically. And you know how music listeners, they want to put artists in a box, whether it's mainstream, whether it's locally independent artists. They're trying to figure out like what music is all these artists. What do they do? Because it feels like nowadays more artists have become a bit more versatile, trying to combine maybe two or multiple genres and trying to make it their own. So if people were to ask, what type of music does Jake Carter do? How would you describe your music as far as what music do you actually do?
My music, my music that I make is a combination of old school traditional blues and like turned up trap music, bounce music, all kinds of newer sounds. So it's the old and the new in one. You got, and I listen to a lot of like old quartet gospel stuff. So it's kind of just a mix of that older soulful sound with the new, more energized, like got some 808s in there. That's what I would say. The old and the new mixed together.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I dig it. I dig it for sure. So awesome music. And when I heard to Get Your Wiggle On, I noticed the harmonica on there. So that's one instrument that rarely has been used in today's music. So hearing that at the end of a banger like that, I'm like, okay, that's a this is a different look to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I honestly haven't heard anyone use the harmonica since Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Like
Right.
it's a dope track, man.
Thank you,
So
man.
with that being said, man, you it seems like you had a lot of fun recording Get Your Rig On. Definitely felt that. So talk about the whole process of putting together this song for Get Your Wiggle On? What made you think? What makes you think, man, I gotta release this?
Man, I record and produce and write all my own stuff at my house, man, at my apartment in Georgia. And yeah, I mean, I make beats a lot. I make those kind of beats a lot. I would say I have a backlog of like hundreds of those kind of bluesy turned up beats like that. And then a slower part of the process for me is like writing over them, or finding what I really want to say in a song, and taking the time to polish the words and then to get the vocals straight. So in terms of Get Your Wiggle On, man, I made that beat probably something like a year ago, and kind of gone on and off writing over it, and then just kind of clicked with like, oh, that's a good hook. You know what I'm saying? I knew I wanted some harmonica in there. That's a big part of who I am and what I love, about music is kind of a blues harmonica sound. So I knew I wanted that in there, and I knew I wanted it to be like like a twerk song, like a turned up uh party song with some of that harmonica on it. And yeah, the recording didn't take that long once I had it written down and all that stuff. So
So how'd you feel about the reception, the reaction that you got once the song was released?
I feel great. I'm grateful for anyone that listens to my music and that feels inspired by what I do, or that wants to dance or anything like that. I mean, I've been promoting my songs, pretty steady, out at whether it's at shows at the clubs around here in Atlanta, or out at the trail rides, or wherever I perform. I'm just pushing my music to the people, and thankfully it's been a really positive reaction so far. I've gotten a lot of kind things said about it, a lot of good things commented and written about it. And I'm just pushing to go further. I'm really happy with the reaction so far, and I'm excited for more.
Yeah, so this song came out back in January,
Right.
January 6th, I believe.
That's right.
So you got a bang on your hands on this one.
Thank you very much, man.
And we get into these warmer days. And everybody gonna be looking for that summer anthem per se.
That's right.
And I will say, this song is definitely a contender for that
I
for that
appreciate that, man.
for that
You're
title.
you Yeah, you said it, not me. We'll see what happens, but you said it, not me. Thank you, sir.
Hey, I look. It don't matter what genre it is, as long as people moving, getting turned up, as long as people got a feel for it, just vibing,
Right.
having a good time. Because when it comes to summer, man, like you gotta have you gotta have some bangers in there. You gotta get something that's
That's
gonna
right.
bop. You know what I'm saying? So, your song is definitely a contender for the summer
Thank you, man.
anthem
Thank
for
you.
sure. So go check out the song, get your wiggle on, Jake Carter. It's available on all the platforms. I was looking for Jake. There was some multiple Jake Carters there, but luckily I
Man,
found the right one.
got the most common name in the world, man. Trust
Yeah.
me. It's not gonna be long before I'm gonna be you'll see me first. Don't worry.
Yeah. Hey, that's the way to go, man. Be that first Jake Carter to blow.
That's right.
That's definitely the plan for sure. So with this song and the momentum you've been getting from it, what else you have in the works? Are you continuing to push, get your wiggle on, or you got some more music on the way?
Both of those, man. I'm always continuing to push Gets Wiggle On. And another song of mine called Wanna Go Home, I'm also pushing a lot at the trail rides and at the clubs all over, man. But yes, sir, definitely got more music on the way. Got a couple songs finished right now that I'm ready to definitely get out probably by the summertime, and then some more by the fall and into the year. So I got even more music coming out, most definitely. So
So he's got more music on the way.
oh yeah,
So be on the lookout for it. But until then, keep the numbers up, get your wiggle on, and he'll He'll give y'all some new music once it's ready, once it's good to go.
That's
So
right.
earlier in the interview, you was talking about the type of music that you do, definitely showing a combination of the old and the new, putting it together. Who's some of your musical influences? Who's some artists that inspire you, whether it's mainstream, locally, independently? Like who's some of your influences as an artist?
Right. Um, well, I always my all time favorite artist in any kind of music. I mean, he happens to be a blues man, and I consider myself kind of a blues man in a sense. Um, Muddy Waters is the goat for me. He's no one's better than him in my eyes. I wanted to be Muddy Waters when I was 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my heroes. Um, and all the blues guys, Howlin' Wolf, Elmore James. And then in terms of other kinds of music, man, I mean, I love like gospel. I listen to the Mighty Clouds of Joy weekly, sometimes daily. Um, I love trap music. I love hip hop. I love like even artists like Gucci Mane, Future, guys like that. I love all kinds of music, and I definitely got to shout out, especially for some of the new music I got coming. A lot of the influences from New Orleans, man, New Orleans bounce artists. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans bounce producers like these Slash, this guy I know named DJ Rari. These guys inspire me. These beats are crazy, and I take a lot of inspiration from that. But I will say, and since you asked about more of a personal inspiration, my dad who passed away when I was very very young, I was about 9 months old, but he was a musician, and is I consider one of the main reasons I do this today. He played harmonica, and so shout out to Frank Carter. He's I don't even think about him as an inspiration because he's another level of that. But he's another inspiration for me. Listening to his CDs that he had made around town and stuff like that. So
Absolutely, man. Respect to your dad. Um, he's definitely smiling to his son, just getting into music and follow his own lane. And just just pursuing his dream, his passion as an artist, make it out here. It's very very challenging if for independent artists that doesn't have a big label backing. So it's everything that you hear from independent artists, it comes from them. It comes from their money. It comes from their hard work and their time per se. Very very challenging. So just just the fact that you're doing this and you getting some recognition for it, that's saying something. And you definitely are a unique artist as far as the type of music that you put on display. Um, it's very very intriguing, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more from you, you musically, and so you have so much. You have a bright future in music. I truly believe, and you know, so everybody, please support Jay Carter. Support all these independent artists that's really out there grinding. That's just give them a chance. Is what I'm saying. Um, the mainstream artists, they're not going anywhere. They're gonna be around. You still listen to them, but just that's talented artists in your city, in your state. People don't even know it or just don't give them a chance. So it's very, very important, man, to support these independent artists like Jay Carter and just show them that support, man. He's talented. He's really, really good, man. He really got some songs that y'all
thank you,
need to
man.
listen to, man.
Thank you. I
So,
appreciate that, man. Thank you.
so I'm excited for your new music and everything, man. So with that being said, there are some artists out there that's trying to get at least trying to get started, trying to figure out what music they want to do, what path they want to go. They just trying to figure out their sound and everything. And you being an artist, you getting the hang of things, and then there's still things you're learning along the way.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, what's your advice to some of the younger artists that's just trying to get started, that's just trying to figure out where do they go as far as getting started? What would your advice be?
Man, I mean, first off, I don't know how qualified I am considering I like you said, I consider myself a young artist still trying to figure everything out myself. And I don't anticipate, having everything figured out, even down the line. I think it's a lifelong journey with music, and a music career. But my advice to younger artists who are looking to get into it and find their sound is to just always go with what you love most and follow really what your heart wants in the music, and don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't be yourself. uh you know I mean, you're not, I think in my experience so far, like, you're not gonna, if you have a sound and if you really love this, you're not gonna fit into every box. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna perform in different places and they might respond differently, or you're gonna play your music for people and they might not understand it. uh but push through all of that, because none of that matters. It's about getting to people and touching them with your music. And I feel really blessed enough to have done some of that already, and a lot more will come down the road. But that's what I would say is, stay true to yourself, and don't care what people think about you as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done, but you know that's that's what music is about, is expressing yourself. So I think that's probably the most important thing I would suggest.
Well said. Um, as an artist, you're gonna go through ups and downs. You're gonna go through some doubts, whether it's from your close ones or from yourself. Um, the best thing you can do is just follow your heart with this and be around people that really want to see you succeed, that wants you to be happy, whether you're going to indie route or whether you go for a major label situation. But just be around people that really is going to ride with you, through everything. And as you pointed out, you ain't gonna please everybody. So just
That's right.
find your audience, find what you want to go, and go from there, and just just have and enjoy the process while you're at it. Um, it's nothing happens overnight. It takes time.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
it
yeah.
takes time, it takes a lot of progress, and just do what's best for you, and be around people that's gonna care. Um, family, friends, network, look around, ask questions, you know, reach out to people, and see if they can be some assistance as well. So
Right.
just be wise with it too, and and, and just give it your all, just have fun, uh, while you going through this. So check out Jake Carter latest single, "Get Your Wig On."
Yes,
It's
sir.
available on all the platforms right now. He's got new music on the way. You can follow Jake on Instagram, at Jake Carter 4, I believe. Yeah,
Yes,
Jake
sir.
Carter 4, as at the number 4. So at least that is the Jake Carter that I'm talking to right now.
That's
So,
right.
and then he's got one of those link tree links,
Hmm.
which has Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
All
And he's
that.
got his "Wanna Go Home" and "Get Your Wiggle On" songs on there as well. Jake, is good having this conversation with you, have you on the show. Thank you so much for your time. I'm wishing you the absolute best. in your music, in your profession, and I look forward to hearing more from you in the future, man. Thanks for your time.
Man, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. You enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy the rest of your week.
All right, now you too.
All right, peace. All right.